it is time for us to give you some real estate information. After all, that is why we come to you every Wednesday at 12 noon to bring you the most up-to-date, relevant real estate information you will find anywhere on the planet. We got a good topic for you today. Again, been a while since we've been with you, but we got a topic that's often asked of us. And we've talked about before right here on the show, but I don't think we've went into this much of depth as far as what we're going to talk about on the show. Here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a home inspection. Right. We're going to touch on that just a little bit, the importance of it. But we're also going to talk about, okay, what happens when you get that home inspection?
Right.
And I find out in the home inspection that there's some things that need to be done.
We got some problems, Houston.
Maybe problems, maybe not. Right. They're just some things that show up on that home inspection report. What happens? So we're going to talk about negotiations that happen after that you get the home inspection report and why it is important for you to get those. So let's talk just a little bit, just to kind of set the stage. Let's talk just a little bit about a home inspection and the importance of a home inspection. Okay. You do a lot of these.
Yes.
So talk to the nation about home inspection, kind of what it is, and of course the importance of it.
Well, let's start out by the most important thing. This is what I tell everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't care if the house is brand new.
Sure.
Have a home inspection.
Absolutely. We've said that a many times.
It's worth the money.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
If you've never heard us say anything, you've heard us say that,
yes.
is that have a home inspection. So basically, a home inspection is exactly what it says it is. There's nothing tricky about it.
Right.
But you are paying someone, a home inspector, a professional home inspector, to come in and look at the house that you're serious about buying.
Right.
Now, you have to be under contract to do this. I don't guess you have to, but you'd want to be under contract to do this.
Right.
But so you're hiring someone to come in. They are going to go through the house. Magnifying glass, fine-tooth comb, up in the attic.
That's their job.
Underneath it, you are paying them to go and try to find problems.
Yes.
So you're going to get a big report back at the end. I've never seen one come back that's exactly perfect.
Right.
Because, again, they're going to pick out everything, cosmetic things, little minor details. You've got a chip on an outlet of a plug-in on the wall is the corner of it's chipped off.
Right.
They are going to notate everything that they can possibly find wrong.
Again.
But also, they're going to tell you useful information, such as if they don't know, a lot of times people don't know how old the roof is or whatever, but they're going to tell you, you're looking at, life expectancy. You're looking at, you got 6 to 8 years left on this roof.
Right.
So good information like that, they're going to tell you as well.
Absolutely.
They're going to test your heat pump.
Yeah, very important.
Appliances.
It's very important.
Everything.
Again, you got to think about it. You're getting ready to make probably the single most largest investment that you're going to make. Right. So you're going to want to make sure you're making a good investment. You're going to want to make sure that what you're paying for is what you hope that you're getting is what you're paying for. So again, heat pump, roof, those kind of things. That home inspector's going to go through there and go through with a fine-tooth comb. That is their job. That's what they should do. But here's where the topic's going to go today. So you have the home inspection done, and the report comes back, and as you said, you've never seen one come back perfect, that there's nothing done, nothing needs to be done. But they literally can come back from, you've got mold in the basement, to your foundation's falling in, to the only thing you got to do is change a light bulb in the bath, because that's it. That's the only thing. You see a wide variety of things that come back on that home inspection report. However, if you've elected to have it, and you've elected to have an inspection period in Tennessee, then there's some negotiations that can be done.
Right.
As far as what is found on that home inspection report. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah,
negotiating repairs after the home inspection comes back.
That's another thing I usually tell people is not only is it going to give you a little peace of mind of knowing what you're buying, it's also going to give you some more negotiating power.
Sure, absolutely.
So now you've got some ammo to come towards them with and say, look,
you can come back and talk
this,
Yes. So you get the home inspection done. One of the things that you can do after you see the inspector gives you the report, you see all these things, first thing you do is start flipping out because you're thinking, oh my goodness, what's going to happen here? So you got to decide, do I want to have these repaired or do I want to say, you know what, too much work here, too many things that's bad, I want out.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what to negotiate.
And side note here for a minute, okay? If you've watched our previous shows, we'll tell you that this right here, because of the tightness of our market, is even tightening up more as far as what you should, what you can, even ask, not what you can, but what you should even ask for, because you might ask for 52 things to be fixed over here, and I might have an offer right here that's only asking for 2.
Absolutely. So sellers are weighing that. Sellers are weighing that. So again, what can you negotiate?
But hey, if it's important to you, it's
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So what you can do is when you get that report back, you see all the things on it. One of the things that you are able to do is you can ask the seller prior to closing. You can provide them with a list of repairs that you want to have done. Now that doesn't mean it's everything on the list.
Right.
It's just that this is the most important things that I see. The home inspectors explain to me this is a problem. We need to get this took care of. So here is a list of repairs that I want you to have done in like or better quality than it should be before that this house closes. It becomes a negotiating point.
Right.
The seller can say no.
Yes.
They can say, nope, we're not going to do it. If you want it, you're going to do it.
But this is the most common.
This is the most common thing exactly that's going to happen is you're going to provide the seller a list. You're going to say, I want these things to be taken care of prior to closing. Then when you do your final inspection, you do your buyer's final walkthrough, you look, you check, you make sure, hey, these things have been done, the quality's there, they didn't shortcut it, it's been done by a professional, these kind of things have been done. So a lot of people think, though, when the home inspection, why are we telling you this? A lot of people think when that home inspection comes back and they see all this stuff wrong, well, we can't do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, you can. There's negotiations. That's why we're telling you these things. And the first thing you can do, you can say, here's a list. I want these things to be done prior to closing. If they agree to do them, now you just got all of those home inspection, the repairs, those things are completed. And once you move in, they will already be taken care of. That's the first thing you can do as far as negotiating.
Yeah, like I said, that's definitely the most common.
No doubt about it.
That's definitely the most common route to go.
Absolutely. What do you got for the second one?
Number 2 is you can try option number 1 if that don't work.
Sure.
Or if you just want to skip option 1 altogether, you can just go and you can ask those people to make price adjustments.
Absolutely.
So Mike's got a house for sale. I've had a home inspection done on it, and it comes back there's a few things wrong. So now, this is where you're going to have to do a little research as a buyer, is that depending on what's wrong is probably the amount you need to ask for.
Sure.
And then, because now, in all honesty, Mike might own this house, but he might not have the funds to go put a new roof on his house.
Absolutely. That's right.
Okay, so, but he's going to make $22,000 off of it when it sells. So he can drop the price a little bit.
Right.
Or he can even escrow it over to you at closing. But easiest thing would be just drop the price.
Drop the price.
So you could just say, okay, it's going to cost me, $6,600 to get a roof on there, and we need the price to come down $6,600.
Absolutely.
That's an option. Again, it's not something they have to do.
No.
But it's an option.
It is once the home inspection's done. What you got to remember is negotiations can open back up at that point.
Yeah.
So again, the most common thing you see, that's what we're talking to you about today, negotiating repairs once the home inspection's done. Most common thing is a list is given and says, hey, take care of these things. That's not the only thing that has to be done. The second probably most common thing to be done is, hey, these repairs need to be done. You can do them, or you can drop the price this amount, and when I get the house, I'll get them done.
Right.
Some people like to do this. This is why we're telling you this and why you see it. Some of the times, people, as far as the buyer goes, maybe you want that control. You want to be able to be the person calling the shot, that if it's electrical repairs that needs to be done, you maybe want to be the one that brings that electrician in.
Right.
Same thing with the roof, same thing with any other repairs. Maybe you want to be that person that lines that up.
Yeah.
If they drop the price, they're hands off. You then, once you buy the house, you take over and you say, okay, these people are going to come in. Here's what's going to be done. Here's when it's going to be done. So on and so forth.
Another side note here is if you are asking for repairs done and you're going to let the seller do those,
right,
and you're asking for, just like in my thing, an electrician or a roofer or whatever, always make sure you put that word in there that you want a licensed person, whoever that is, a licensed plumber, a licensed roofer, but you want a licensed person to do that. Because again, that's going to give you, if Mike's a licensed roofer, he's going to give me some kind of warranty.
Absolutely.
He's going to have some kind of liability now to hold up to his end of the work.
Absolutely.
Where you just say, if I need a license, you just say, I need a new roof on this house, and they hire me and Mike to come out and put the roof on this house because we'll do it for $18.
Yes.
Then you're stuck with what we put on there.
That's right. What happens as far as that goes. So just remember, those negotiations do open back up. gives you the opportunity and the ability to give a list, ask for compensation. Those kind of things can happen. A couple other things on the list.
Michelle.
You can look at it and see that's on here that we can tell you about today. You can also ask for an alternative type of compensation. Well, okay, maybe you'll leave me all your furniture. Maybe they don't have cash. Maybe they don't want to cut the price. You could leave me your furniture.
I'll take a tractor.
I want different things.
Yeah,
those kind of things can all be negotiated and asked upon. Another type of
actually seen that done. I've seen them leave the tractor.
I agree. You also see a home warranty pop up. You see those kind of things. They'll say, hey, okay, you won't fix none of this. Give me a home warranty. Sometimes you even see the home warranty being popped on top of the repairs.
Right.
That just gives you a little bit of peace of mind. The fact of the matter is what we're telling you is here today. Just because you receive a home inspection report back, and it may have some negative items on it, does not mean that you no longer want to or can move forward in purchasing that house.
Right.
There are negotiations then that open back up that's going to allow you to do these types of things. As far as the general public goes, that's information that you need to know, because you would be shocked at the people that get that home inspection report and they're like, well, it's got these 12 problems, and so we can't buy it.
Right.
Well, yeah, you still could. Let's see what we can do should you want it. Here's the key. You as the buyer are in control at that point. That's the good thing. You're in control of how do you want this to play out. How do you want to move forward to make sure you either move forward with the house or you totally move out.
I always tell people this, because again, a lot of times when they get that home inspection back, it's kind of overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming.
But again, you got to think about this is again another plug for a realtor here. But this is where it's good to have a good realtor that can help you with that, because this is what we do for a living.
Right.
We see home inspections. We hear about home inspections all the time.
Yes.
So we kind of know what is normal. This is normal, okay? Yeah. It's not nothing. A lot of people get it back and they're like, hey, it's got this stuff right here wrong.
Right.
I'm out.
Yes,
well, now
absolutely.
Listen, we can ask for stuff,
sure.
okay?
Yeah.
So let's ask first, because obviously you like the house enough
to put an offer in
on it.
If that was working, you wanted it.
Right. So if we can get it brand new,
absolutely
fixed, why not?
You look at that and you say, the good thing about it is you as the buyer are in control of that. That's, again, the benefits of getting that home inspection done. You get these things, you see these things, they're able to be brought to your attention. The bad part about this is, on the opposite hand of this whole thing, is not having a home inspection done. You purchased the house, you got it, you signed it, the keys are yours, and then you find out, oops, I got these problems.
Ed Collins said he just found this out the hard way.
Gotcha.
A home inspection is needed.
Yes, it's very, very much needed when you look at that, just so you can see those types of things when you're moving forward on a house. Last thing we want to tell you about this today, and then we'll move on, is should you not be able to get any kind of negotiations, the repairs won't be done, they won't adjust the price, so on and so forth, your other option as the buyer of the house is to just say, well, you know what, it's got these problems, it's too much, it's overwhelming, we can't come to agreement on this, so we're going to exercise our right to cancel this deal, and you can get out of it. But no matter what that home inspection costs, that's the best amount of money that you will spend just for that, to be able to do that and have that right there. The good news is, unless your house has fallen down,
it's fixable.
It's fixable. You know what I'm saying? You can typically be able to get that fixed.
Yeah, it just helps you negotiate more.
That's exactly